Hello guys, welcome back to this video series on important places in news. Last video we did important places in news international. I hope we are all now hands-on what are the important places which were in news as far as the international part is concerned. Now we will move on with the important places national in and around India. So we'll start first with the Moguri Motapang wetland. I'm sure you would have read in the news that there was an oil spill because of an explosion near the oil well. You can see it here. And then what is important is this is also part of the Indo-Burma hotspot biodiversity. So it is just not about the oil spill here, but it's also a very important biodiversity hotspot. You should also remember this Dibru Saiku National Park, just south of Brahmaputra. And then also these Maguri Bill. So there can be a question of where actually this Dibru Saikoa National Park and also the Maguri Motapang wetland. So Majuli Island has been in news for more than one reason. It has now become the largest river island in the world. You can see Majuli is just north of Brahmaputra river. It has also been in the news because of being a carbon neutral place. One of the first to be in India. You can see here, this is the Majuli Island. You have this Karkatia Suti River. You have this Choporis. You have Subhansari River. So in between this Karkatia Suti River and the Subhansari River, you have the Majuli Island. This is the first time that in India it has been designated as a carbon neutral place, that is Majuli. So just remember this for two purposes. And then you have this Chattogram port. This is the first container on a trial basis has been moving from Agartala via the Chittagong, that is in Bangladesh, to this Mongolia. So this is the ship container. So all these places also try to remember Tambil, Shiola, Agartala, Sriamappur, and this Mongla port and Chattogram port. So there can be some question related to these ports. So just try to remember this. And then Chushul, you all know, it's part of the Leh district in Ladakh. There was a fourth Corps commanders talks were held in Chushul. So you should just remember what this place is. This Photoxar is a very picturesque, very beautiful place in Ladakh. The Ministry of Tourism started this trekking in Himalayas at this place, and so you should also know about what this Dekho Apna Desh series is about and what all places that were covered. One of the most beautiful places that was covered was this Photoxar. Lunar Lake, you all know how Lunar Lake was formed. It was formed because of a bombardment of a meteorite. A crater was created and a lake was formed. Nowadays it is in news because the pure green lake has turned now pink. So the reasons for it turning pink, scientists say, is probably presence of algae, or it could be because of increase in salinity. For whatever reason, this has been in news because the green lake has turned pink. This Sharavati backwater region here, this is the monkey menace. They have been trampling on the plantations and entering into a lot of other activities. So there have been several protests from the farmers. So, but what is important is in trying to understand where this Sharavati backwaters is. Here is the map. You should know where Bandipur National Park, the Madumalai Tiger Reserve, and this is Mallapuram. So try to identify where these Sharavati backwaters are and what are the places in and around that which are very important national parks. Then last year there was a question of moving of some endangered species from one biodiversity region to the other, from one sanctuary to the other. So this year there has been a proposal to move the Kaziranga one rhino to the Jim Corbett National Park. So this they have already started moving it to the Jim Corbett National Park. This one-horned rhino from Kaziranga is being moved to the Corbett National Park. And then this is also an important species where these gibbons have been on display recently in the Mysore Zoo because they've been under threat and they're been on the decline due to destruction of various forms and also due to hunting for meat, etc. And then Mitharpur, this is an important place because the bio-rock interaction and bio-rock structures are being made here to salvage the lost corals. So this is an important place here and some near the Gujarat coast in Gulf of Kutch. So you should also remember that the Geological Survey of India, along with the Gujarat's Forest Department, have started to restore the coral deformations and somehow try to salvage it through a process of what is called as the bio-rock or mineral accretion technology. So try to understand what is bio-rock or mineral accretion technology. Could be a question related to that. And then Sambar Salt Lake, you all know that recently in Ichion, kind of a microorganism has been found here in the Sambar Lake in Jaipur. This is the microorganism. This is a single-celled archaeon. It's a very primitive group. The beauty of these organisms is that they can survive in one of the most harsh and extreme climates, like hot springs, or it could be even one of the most driest of the deserts, or it can even in the hypersaline lakes, etc. And then this Hope Island was once upon a time a graveyard for olive ridleys. Hope Island is here near the Kakinada port. But now the government of Andhra Pradesh has taken up a project to convert this Hope Island into a world-class coastal and ecotourism spot. What is more important is this is part of a very important government scheme called the Swadesh Darshan scheme. We should try to know about the more details about what is this Swadesh Darshan scheme and what are the various species that are covered and where all it is being implemented. And then Tilocho Lake is supposed to have been the world's highest lake, nearly more than 4,920 meters high. This lake is likely to be now replaced by another lake named Kajinsara Lake. So there can be a question which is the highest lake in India. So we'll be very clear what it is Kajinsara Lake or Tilochi Lake. And then the Lohit River, you all know about this huge bridge across this river called the Dhola Sadia Bridge. It's a beam bridge which connects Assam and Arunachal Pradesh, and it spans over the Lohit River here. Then Gogabil Lake, it's the India's first community reserve. So this Gogabil in Bihar, it is somewhere here. So this is another important area, and it is now one of the it forms one of the 15th protected area in Bihar. This is the Gogabil, Bihar's first community reserve. Then Chakrashila, you all know it's a wildlife sanctuary. The first non-human species have been included in the MG Narega's program. You see this rare golden langur, which is part of this reserve forest in the western Assam's Bongaigaon district. Here. So this Radhanagar Beach, you all know that the government has now started this program of proposing these beaches as giving them a blue flag certification. So try to remember all those beaches in and along the coast of peninsular India. So Radhanagar Beach is one of them, and it has been given this blue flag certification. There can be a question like, which of the following beaches have not been given blue flag certification? So you try to please remember all this. Then this Pampor saffron, you all know that there was some 8 to 10 terrorists who were killed here, but that's not the reason why it is important. It's important because it's a place in Ladakh where farmers and producer cooperative have started experimenting with saffron farming in Leh. So you have this Pampor here on one side, you have Tral, you have Avantipura, and you have this Pulwama. So this place is important both from the location as well as why it was in the news, and also because of the saffron farming. And then this Mulshi Dam, it has a historical significance because of the world's first anti-dam movement started here, the called as the Mulshi Satyagraha. So recently also there have been some kind of agitation related to these dams. So there may be a question, if not in geography, maybe they may relate it to history or modern India. So Belgium Caves, these are, what is important here is the speleoliths. Speleoliths are secondary structures formed due to carbonation in these particular areas, like how you have the stalactites and the stalagmites. So this is an important point as far as these Belgium Caves are concerned. So Andhra Pradesh government is also started a festival here in this Belgium Caves because of these beautiful structures. You can see the stalactites and stalagmites and columns here. So remember this term speleotherms, where they are found in India the most. You can say that they are found in these Belgium Caves. So this is how the graphical structure is shown. This is how actually you see these stalactites and stalagmites in the Belgium Caves. Then Makadetu, this has been one of the dams in contention for a very long time. So now it is the Central Water Commission has finally cleared this Mekedatu project. Because of this Mekedatu project, the Bangalore city is going to get full drinking water. So it's a very useful dam that is being constructed. There could be questions related to the importance, whether dams are really required or not. So you can give this as an example. But for this dam, Bangalore would have had a water crisis. Then Jodhila Tunnel, this is what links the Leh and Srinagar region. So an all-weather connectivity has been established here, connecting Srinagar, Kargil and Leh. So this is another important place, Jodhila. So you can see Kazuranga here, Pir Panjal here, Pensila, Banihal, Rohtang, and Khyber Pass and Aghil Pass. And so try to remember all the passes in and around here. Then Pangsau Pass, it's located in Arunachal Pradesh. This pass connects Arunachal Pradesh with Myanmar. And this is the one of the easiest routes from Burma to the Assam plains. So this has also been in news because this has become operational. Then Shialbet is the only place perhaps for centuries we did not have electricity at all. Not even a single light was there. Now the government has taken steps in the Shiali belt. And then island Shiali belt is this Rimbai Pia Power Port. This is Shiali belt and this is the Arabian Sea. So for a place which is close to the Arabian Sea, now they can see the power connection coming up and everything is getting lighted up. So this is an important place to remember. So that's all for the places in news as far as India and in and around India are concerned. We will see more places in news and places of importance probably at the end of September when we have the July and August current affairs. So guys, all the best. Please remember these places, just not the places which are obvious, but also the places in and around that. And all the best. Thank you.
For more videos, subscribe to BE N by IAS and press the bell icon to never miss an update.